There are thousands of DOS games. Most of them are terrible. I play one selected at random with an hour time limit and record it live. This is the result. Sometimes life throws you lemons. Then other times it throws you the ultimate doom. Now, this will be a bit different from my usual playthroughs because, unlike the previous games, I have actually played this one to completion already several times. Big fan of Doom, and my god, I need to turn the sound down before I deafen myself as usual. There we are, that's a bit more sustainable. So, for those who don't know, which would be very, very strange, Doom is probably the most famous first-person shooter in history. And it's just had a new release in the series called Doom Eternal. I haven't played it yet, because I just haven't got the money to buy games at full price. So, anyway. Now that he's died, let's start a new game. For those not in the know, you've got options, basic stuff, as per usual with most DOS games. Doom came out in 1993, I believe. So it was just at that cusp of, beautiful sound, VGA graphics, just at the right point. You could see with like its predecessor Wolfenstein that... Sorry, I should probably explain this bit. Let's explain this bit. So when you start a new game, let's read this first. There's your basic controls. So you've got your basic controls. We know what we're doing. You'll know what you're doing as well. It's very simple. You hit new game, and you get to select which episode you want. We're going to play the shareware version. Well, the shareware episode, called Knee Deep in the Dead. And I'm going to start timer now for an hour. So Knee Deep in the Dead. We'll go with Hurt Me Plenty. It's the default option, right in the middle. I mean, I'm not amazing at Doom. I'm not, brilliant. So, you start off with a nice rocking beat, and you have the option to strafe left and right, forwards, backwards, and you've got your turning. There is no vertical look in Doom, so you're in a facility. It's an alien infested facility on Mars, by the looks of things. I think it's Mars. Aliens have basically taken over. You are a random, sole surviving Marine, and you have decided that you are just too angry to die. So what you're going to do is you're going to kill them all. And you can pick up little things lying on the ground, like health bonuses, stuff like that. Like I said, it's all very, very simple. Very easy to understand. There's armor bonuses, you've got your HUD at the bottom. It explains what weapons you've got, the ammo you've got, armor, health, and how much ammo, Very simple stuff. So, you picked up the armor, we head down here, and he makes a little grunting noise sometimes when you fall. And there are switches, which can be usually activated by space. Let's go over here. I'm not going to show you all the secrets or walk you through anything like that. Don't need to do that, but as you can see, a switch activates the door over here, and you can head out there, and you can pick up other stuff. There is extra armor in here at the expense of our health, and we can actually bypass part of the level by doing that. There's an enemy, and as you can see, he's pretty easy to dispatch with the control button. There is a bit of an auto-aim going on. So we picked ourselves up some bullets, and we head back up here, and space opens a secret door. There is a pile of secrets in each Doom level. They're very maze-like. They're not like first-person shooters normally. You see the vertical aiming there? So we don't have to look up. We just point in the general direction, and it's like, there you go, you're dead. So we're actually going backwards at the minute. So we'll just turn this corner and take him out. Bye-bye. Head over here, get ourselves some armor bonuses. You can only go up to 200 though, so picking those up is largely redundant. And we'll head this direction and pick up some of those shotgun shells. Now, to change weapon, you press the number keys. We only have our fists and a gun at the minute. We could pick up a shotgun, but let's not. Let's see if we can explode this barrel. There we go. An exploding barrel. Your screen glows red when you've been hit by fireballs and stuff, so you have a good idea of when you've been smashed. And there we go. That is the first level of Doom. Nice and easy. One of the best first levels of a game ever. Like ever in the history of gaming ever. Introduces you to absolutely everything you need to know. There's a nice handy exit sign to show you, yes, this is the exit of a level. And we flip a switch. Now what we've got is a little map, and it'll tell us what we killed. We killed everything, but we only got 1/3 of the secrets. And we took a long time. The par time is what the developers can do it in, essentially, or what they advise you do it in, and they did it in 30 seconds. Now, I have done it in 30 seconds before, but by doing that, you miss out on a lot of the level. You know, you're just dashing through, you're not paying attention. So I will be approaching this with a more methodical approach. So, we have now moved to the nuclear plant. As you can see, we're making our way through the Martian crater, and this is the nuclear plant. As you can see, the atmosphere is slightly different, and you'll notice that as levels progress, that the atmosphere changes. So, we've taken out a few Marines here, and it's at this point usually you'll notice, hey, this guy's a bit of a noob at Doom. And the reality is that back in the day, I didn't play Doom. I know, it's shocking. I was a Heretic guy. I played the shareware version of Heretic, and you gotta remember this was 1994, I believe it was. 1994, the good old days, when gaming seemed an incredible new thing that was ever evolving. Nowadays it's, well, let's not talk about nowadays, shall we? Let's not talk about 2020. Yeah, I had Heretic, but not Doom. I played the shareware version of Heretic, but I never ordered the full version. And you must be thinking to yourself, but James, why did you not order the full version? Well, the answer is, I got scared. I got scared of the light and darkness, because what you're looking at now with the light and darkness, as you can see here, that's new. That was new back then. This usage of light and darkness and shade and so on, completely new in a 3D environment. And Doom itself is only pseudo 3D, but you know, it looks pretty 3D as you can see. But yeah, all of this completely revolutionary. It was like Wolfenstein on steroids, and yeah, it paved the way for games where you could take actual steroids, you know, like Duke Nukem. As you can see, I'm having little to no problem on Hurt Me Plenty, and I've picked up what's called a red keycard. I think you can figure out what a red keycard will be used for, right? So we open this door. Now, where would we use a red keycard? Let's have a little look. And that's the beautiful thing about Doom's design. Look at that door. Nice big red marks on it, basically saying, yep, this is where you're meant to go. And as you can see, the explosive barrels are in action there. And the beautiful thing about Doom, that again, I don't think was seen in a previous game. Oh, hold on, I'll take this boy out and then I'll continue chatting your ear off about Doom. Yeah, the beautiful thing about Doom was that it had what's called monster infighting, where you could actually have monsters fight each other with wayward shots and stuff. So, if a monster attacked another monster, the other monster would be like, hey, what are you doing? And they would start fighting each other. It was great. It was fantastic, because if you had a pile of monsters that were all clustering on your locale, then you could get them to fight each other. And this is especially useful with shotgun guys, because the shotgun guys do a heck of a lot of damage, but it's splash damage. So you would get them behind a pile of other monsters, and you would just say, right, go on, unload your buckshot, and they would shoot and damage the other monsters, and the other monsters would be like, enough of that, thank you very much. So this looks like a trap, and Doom does have traps, so yep, there we are. You knew they were round the corner. Oh, okay, something else is firing at me. And where did you come from? That's the thing, if monsters hear you, they will converge upon you. They'll be like, right, who's this dude with the shooting? What's he up to? There we are. Right. Now, you'd think I would remember the level, but this is one that I always find was a little maze-like. And that's the thing. Doom has maze levels. It's reminiscent of its predecessor, Wolfenstein, which was essentially a huge big maze crawling with Nazis. You know, they said it was a base, but it was a maze game based on their earlier still titles, you know, which were mostly sort of maze puzzlers with shooting fantasy elements. So, we're lost in this horrible, horrible corridor. Oh my god, what was that? There we go. That's another thing. The sound design, absolutely beautiful. You'd have like easily identifiable monster sounds, and that would alert you to what was going on. Right, I've made it out of there. I'm probably going in the wrong direction, but that's absolutely fine. You know, a lot of Doom fans, a lot of Doom enthusiasts will be like, what is this dude doing? You know? He's not playing it properly. And you're right, I'm not really playing it properly. You know? If I wanted to, I'd grab a GZ Doom port, I'd get beautiful Doom probably. Maybe brutal Doom. I'm not that big a fan of brutal Doom. But the thing with Doom is that Doom is probably the most modded game ever. Like, out of everything. Yeah, I've been there. And as a result, it is pretty much infinitely replayable. You have gameplay mods, you have more map mods than you can shake a stick at. You know, it essentially is endless. There is no end to Doom. I mean, oh boy, here we go. Thank you, lift. I'll just head back down now. There we are. That's that dealt with. So, it's inviting me to throw that switch. And I think you know what happens when we throw that switch. The door opens, and we could head down there. Let's see. Let's get a health pack first. Yeah, that's fine. And we'll head down here to the exit. But wait! There's more! There we are. That's that dealt with. So we head down here, throw the switch, and we're done with the nuclear plant. Now, look at the time I spent on that. Wait for it. So I killed most of the monsters, didn't get any secrets, but look at the time spent there. Now, the game thinks you can do that in 1 minute and 15 seconds. You can. It's entirely possible if you want to speedrun it. It's the game challenging you and saying, bet you can't do it in this time. But you can. I just sat and talked a pile of nonsense at you instead. So we move on to Toxin Refinery, which is next. And by now, you'll know if it's for you, you know? We'll just pick up some health and ammo. We're good to go. So, Toxin Refinery, again, the level design has changed slightly, you know? The colours are different. The enemies are more prevalent. And this is the slow ramping up of difficulty that is so appreciated. Now, look at this guy. This is the shotgunner. He does some serious damage, but he also drops one of these. And look at your guy grin after that. Feel free to rewind the video and look at the guy's grin. Doom Guy, as he's known. Doom Guy's grin when he got that shotgun, because shotguns can do that. This thing, it's good at close range, it's good far away, It's an all-rounder. It's all-purpose. You know? If in doubt, use the shotgun. You'll notice as well, that's a power-up. There are power-ups about, giving you invincibility and superpowers of sorts, you know. We'll not use them today. And you're like, but James, why not? Hello. Ha! Yeah, there's one guy left in there, surrounded by corpses, being like, what went wrong? Oh my god, where did you come from? He completely snuck up on me there, did you see that? He just had a mind to sneak up behind me and said, right, enough of this guy, he's getting too big for his boots. Look at that distance shooting from a shotgun. Beautiful. Like, it's such a great weapon. Like, possibly the best first-person shooter weapon, like, ever. Alright, we carefully navigate around here without getting shot. And we'll pick up some more pickups, which are there to be picked up. Oh god, this could end badly. Look at that. Now, you'll notice that I got the hell out of there. Now, the reason for that, the hell out of there, because we're descending into hell, the explosive barrels. If that one had exploded next to me, there was one over there, that would have ended badly for me. So while I was getting my health completely wrecked at close range, you'll notice as well, Doom Guy has a bloody nose now. His portrait will give you a basic update that you can glance down at, rather than looking at the numbers and say, hey, I'm not in good shape here. So there's a blue key card. There's some... He was too far away from the barrel. Oh well. So, what do you think's gonna happen when we pick this up? Let's try it. Uh-oh! Yep, there's the aforementioned traps. So the game will expect you to do a certain bit of behaviour in order to proceed, and then it will reward you by punishing you with this new darkness engine, which is terrifying, or was back in 1993 when it was first released. And these traps pretty much wreck you, you know, if you're not prepared for them. I was, because I played this before. So it's a bit spoilery. It's like, aha, I have scared you with this trap. I was like, no, you haven't, because I knew that that was going to be there. Thank you. I'll be taking that. And that's not what I wanted. There we go. So, we're in better condition now. And we shall proceed. The thing is, you have to learn what switches do what. So, Doom is not just your bog standard first-person shooter. It is a maze game. Mazes are the levels, you know? And you've really got to watch your shooting here. Because if you hit a barrel and you're close to it, then that splash damage is going to hurt you. So as you can see, we're much better equipped now to deal with this. If we had what's called a pistol start... Oh, look! That is a pinky! So, they're nasty up close. Much like these guys who have an alternate slashing attack when they're up close. Pinkies are tank-like beasts that will murder you up close. So we've got a yellow keycard now. And some more shotgun shells, which is always useful. And we'll pick up that armor. I think that's it for this bit. So we now need to go and find the yellow bit. But where is the yellow bit? Are we going to backtrack over here? Let's find out. I don't think we will. Let's head over here. Now, let's have a quick look and see if there was anything yellow inside over here. There's not here. That's where we came from. Some really clever navigating of this place, James. And that is potentially the downside to this game in general. For somebody with very little brains like me, you can get lost. You can actually get lost. And I believe there's a map function. Let's read this. Let's see, auto map functions. Clear markers, full zoom. So there is an auto mapping function. The problem is that I can't remember how to open the map. Which is pretty stupid when you think about it. You really should remember how to do that, right? So, if I hit F, nope. Mark place, clear marks, zoom in, zoom out. Oh, right, no. You know what? We'll go on without the map. We shall proceed. As you can see, areas have opened up that previously were not open. Now let's see if we can get some... Oh dear, we did not want that. That's the problem with the shotgunners. They have a shotgun. And shotguns are not our friend when they're being aimed at us. So, the exit to the level is up there, but we're not going there. Now, every single time I play this, I manage to mess it up. And this will be no exception. You think I would have learned by now. But no, I never do. And I wonder about this maze-like construction, being like, but where do we go? Aha! There's your answer. Now, you'll notice I didn't use the yellow keycard at all. I just went up those stairs. There probably is a yellow keycard area, you know, with extra stuff, extra enemies and so on. But we're going to progress further. And we're just going to head to the next level. Now, the game is going to lambast me here and say, you only got 78% of the enemies. Less than half the items. No secrets. And look at the time that you spent. 7.5 minutes. You could have done that in 2. And it's right. If I had really been rushing and trying, I could have done it in 2. Now, command control. So we're getting into serious territory here. Look at all these enemies. Oh, exploding barrel fun. Come on. Yes. I literally just walked into a fireball. That is not very clever. And as you can tell, the music is just superb. I'm using a nice sound font on this. Now, you'll notice that there is a random suit there. Look at that. Speedrun, this is not. The suit will help you go through radioactive pools of green goo that damage you otherwise. But the effect is limited. You only have a certain amount of time before it expires. So, we've been that way. We'll go this way now. Oh! And that's one of the great bits of fun. Look, did you see that infighting? One guy shot the other and they were like, hey, what you shoot me for? I am actually quite impressed with how I handled that. Okay. So, we'll head up here now. And it's like, right. Go up here and... Oh no! The thing about the traps is they're not as effective if you know they're coming. But a first-time player will be like, oh, you devious bastards. Yes, I said bastards. What? They might be. I don't know. But that's what you'll react like. Anytime a trap is sprung on you, you'll look at the level designers and think, oh, you took the time and forethought to just map that out so that surprise would come and just wreck me. We're in good shape here. It's usually famous last words. But we've explored this bit now. Where to next is the big question. How about in here? Now you'll notice I'm strafing left to right to avoid fireballs. Just that little left-right movement, just to keep enemies at bay. And we've picked up what's called the chain gun. And we've got a blue key card. So now the question is, where's the blue door? Let's go and have a look for it. Using our newly found chain gun. If we find any enemies to kill with it, of course. We may well have just slaughtered everybody. Which is kind of Doomguy's thing. You know? He doesn't have time for all this sort of namby-pamby, oh, maybe we should negotiate with the aliens. He has one approach to extraterrestrial life, and that is lethal. So, as you can see, we're heading in circles. So, this is me being stupid. It's not a fault of the game, you know. It's like a bad workman blaming his tools, when in reality, he is the tool. So there we go, we found the appropriate... You can also do what's called a stun lock with this gun. Oh dear. Where you're peppering the enemy with so much that his stunned image just stays there, and he can't shoot at you. A stun lock. He is locked into the stun stance. So we open this up, and guess what? More bad guys. Oh, no, not the barrel. Way too close to the barrel there. And as a result, I've invited a pinky onto me here. I'll try and stun lock him. You do not want them to get that close. That is not advisable. Neither is creeping around corridors with barrels next to you, which is what we'll be doing now, because the game dictates it with its maze-like structure. Okay. Now, once we get to the end of this, we'll be a little further on. The problem is, if you thought the previous bit was maze-like, you got another thing coming with this. And you must think, oh, I don't like mazes, I won't like Doom. The thing about the maze thing is that it's never to the point where, oh, good lord! Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. This game is from 1993. I have played it plenty of times. I have loads of hours in Doom, as you can imagine. And even now, in its original 1993 state, well, 95, this is Ultimate Doom, but you get my point. Even now, it is making me jump. Even now, with its pixelated graphics and suspect sounds, it's making me jump. And that is a testament to just how good this level design is. Okay, yellow key card. Yeah? Ow! We have the yellow key card. The question is, where does it go? In here, apparently. And then up here to the exit. That's right, we made it. Through command control. In an abysmal time. We killed most of the bad guys. You know, it's not all bad. But, again, we didn't utilize any of the secrets or collect all the items. And in all honesty, you can't collect all the items all the time. Certain ammo and bits and pieces you won't need because you're already full on ammo if you're playing at this level. So that's another 6 minutes just blowing away like that. Phobos Lab. We are treading deeper into Martian space of sorts. And we are now really up against it. As you can see, monsters are converging on us here. And what is that? That, my friends, is a pinky, but he's invisible. So, if you thought it was a problem having them creep up on you before, well, look at that. Invisible monsters with a faint cosmic outline in 1993. What people often forget when they play the first Doom is that everything about this was completely revolutionary. You know, they say about games, you know, it's like, oh, product of their time, you know, things that were good about a game before are no longer, you know, that impressive. But it's worth sort of sitting back just for a moment and realizing, hey, this was the innovator. This was the first one, or the first one to popularize something, you know? And sometimes you just do that. You just sit back and you marvel and think, wait, this is a game from 1993, you know? And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm not even playing, I'm just sort of lost in the genius that is John Carmack. I'm a bit of a Doom fanboy. Well, the old Doom. The real Doom. Sorry, guys. You know? I know id Software, yes, they made more Dooms and so on, but this engine, this environment, these levels, it's the real Doom. Now, you'll notice, hey, a platform. So we needed to go there. Now we'll head up here, and we'll go along this platform. Go away! No! Sometimes you just do that. You're just like, no. Okay, we've dealt with all that. Oh, no, we haven't. I was trying to aim for the barrel there, but I missed hopelessly. So, I now have a yellow key card, and we'll head over here. And you'll note that the music has changed as well. It's much more symphonic, sinister, almost ambient. Alright, there was a door, which was yellow. And it said, yeah, you can't get in here. Oh! This bit is not easy. It is not easy. I took him out. Took him out. And bye-bye to you too. Right. As you can see, the elevator isn't responding, and of course it goes down as we go down, but there's no fall damage. So we don't have to worry about that. We don't have to worry about his little legs, you know? Because this is Doom Guy. This is not some whelp that gets crushed by simple things like that. Ow! Ow! Oh, it's not looking good. It is not looking good. We have somehow miraculously survived that. And this is what makes Doom the best first-person shooter possibly ever. Because the graphics engine and the game itself allowed for monstrous hordes. Now, there have been other games with hordes of monsters that have come since. You know, you might think, oh, well, Serious Sam had hordes of monsters. Different sort of hordes. Different sort of environment, you know? This was different. Okay, so we appear to have cleared that out now. I don't think there's anything essential down here. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe there's a chainsaw or something like that. Let's just hit that button and then get the hell out of there. Alright, that's that dealt with. And as you can see, there's bonuses if you want them. We'll miss out on that, I think. And we'll head back up. Not there. Up here. So, that should have changed the layout. It has. As you can see, this bit is open now. And we'll just head over here and reintroduce ourselves to this bit that's opened up. Oh, can't catch me, I'm the Doom Guy, man. Uh-oh. That took a lot of shooting. And it's at this point that you're really sort of getting into it. You're really immersed. You're really feeling it. And anytime you hear... You see that? He shot his compatriot. In his eagerness to kill me, he was like, I must kill this guy. He got in the way. Monster infighting at its best. My shotgun shots were not very accurate there. And look at the lighting. You see how I can barely see those monsters? I can see the fireballs coming. I can't dodge them all because I suck. And we have made it to this part at least. Okay. Oh! Invisible Pinky. There was no way I was going to see that. And there's no way I can see him. Have I killed him? We don't know. There's our answer. He was lurking around. Let's just kill that. Wow. Embarrassing. Oh, hello. Right. So, we shall pick up some health bonus. And that's the thing. The game is generous. You know, it's well designed. Everyone's like, they know. They know what the crack is. They're like, yes, he's just been through this bit. He'll need the health power up. And were I an average player, I would. I'm not saying I'm great, but, you know, this is... I mean, what can you say about that? Other than it's devious. It is absolutely devious. Look at that lighting effect. I cannot see people coming for me. And I can barely see the barrels. There's no flashlight in this game. That's Doom 3 you're thinking of. Just shoot everything that moves, and even the stuff that doesn't. Alright, we're down to the chain gun. Okay. We have some leeway. You'll notice I stopped talking for a minute there. It's like, yep. It's because I needed to focus, as you can see. And that looks like an exit to me. There we are. With a bit more effort, we got through Phobos and killed everything in our path. But look at the power time. It expects you to complete that level in 2 minutes and 45. We spent a whole 8 minutes. Central processing. We've made it to central processing, and because of the difficulty, I am going to save. I always save as J1. Listen to that music. Tension ramped up. The tempo is increased. The ambient little things are joining in. The little synths. Somehow Doom Guy has made it this far. But we don't know how. And he's light on ammo here. Well, that was a nice cascade effect. Back to the trusty shotgun. Haha! Barrels of fun! That's a Doom 2 reference. Hey, Sandy Peterson. Okay. So, we cleared that out. Let's just pick this and... Oh, God! Run away! You know, you see what I did there? I knew that was coming. If you didn't, you'd be in trouble. And here you can see some monster infighting. And fireball dodging fun. Whew. Like, my pulse is up. I am feeling this. My God. And all of this from a DOS game. This isn't a port. This is the DOS version of Ultimate Doom. The difference between Ultimate Doom and Standard Doom, there's Shareware Doom, there's Standard Doom, and there's Ultimate Doom. Ultimate Doom contains a 4th episode called Thy Flesh Consumed, I believe, which was released a few years later than the original, and is significantly harder. It's not my favourite, but I get why people would like it, you know. There's platforming elements and stuff. And me and platforming, not good buddies. And we got the blue key card, but here comes a pinky! And with no space! Fortunately, we had enough time there. And we'll just head over here. And here is where the maze-like structure of the level comes into play. Because we're getting turned all around, aren't we? Look at that. I literally went in a circle there. And now I'm back where I started. And that's the devious level design I was talking about earlier. You know? You get a vague idea of where you're going, and then suddenly it spins you around. And in the panic and the fighting, you don't know where you are. So we're gonna go this way. Hi, Pinky. Bye, Pinky. I'll head over in this direction. The problem is my strafing is actually putting my shotgun shots off. Alright. We could go that way. Oh! Hello? Oh! From out of nowhere! Shotgunner! Hiding in the background. Oh, and a pinky! Fortunately, we were able to ward him off. You just picture that in a modern game, you know, beating off one of these monsters with a shotgun. Yes, I am aware of how I phrased that. So, we don't have a yellow key. So the game is actively encouraging us to explore a bit further. We need yellow keys. So that way is blocked to us. So we head this way. To our yellow door. Show them what they've won behind the blue door. I called it a yellow door, I'm fully aware of that. And as you can see, monsters are swarming and converging upon us. Speaking of which, check out Converge, great band. And if you thought you were turned around before, like, look at this. Some serious maze-like leveling, and I am getting absolutely pulverized here by the shotgunners. Fortunately, there's some health nearby. There's always some good positioning of health and resources and stuff. Not to make it too easy, you know, it's still difficult. Wow. I mean, I'm almost at a loss for words now, you know? Like, yes, I completely messed up that encounter, I'm aware. I am taking some serious damage here. And there is a blue door. Did we come through that blue door? Who knows? There's our answer. There's a pinky over there. He doesn't care about the toxic waste. I am taking some serious damage here. So I am going to make a quick save. J2. Because I think I'm going to get done here. I think I'm going to get done. Oh, this is where we were before. Right. Oh, with an invisible pinky. Let's randomly head over here. And there's that suit protecting us. So we can head back. And we'll go around to here. And you must be looking at this now and thinking, now hold on a second. He's gone the wrong way. And as you'll note, there's nothing wrong with my graphics here. The graphics are good. This is the suit that's causing that effect. So it will actually show you when it's timing out. It'll start blinking. So those with epilepsy better watch out. Okay, we made it this far. Aye. Please be a yellow keycard. Look, a backpack full of ammo. That's handy. And we've got some armor. So now we can head back. There's that seizure effect. Oh, good lord! And there's that monster infighting I was talking about coming to my aid. You know what? Look at that. Those shotgunners were like, there he is! Get him! And they proceeded to blast their friends. And it is a legitimate strategy. You can actually go and be like, right, I am going to bait these creatures into attacking each other. They are mindless. They are remorseless. So you use that to your advantage while getting horribly, horribly lost. Excuse me. Right. Was this one of the doors? It was. It becomes a bit of a dance between the dodging, between the timing of shotgun bullets. You hear that? They're not shooting at me. They're shooting at each other. Oh, that one's shooting at me. Crept up behind me, out of nowhere. I have a bad feeling about this. Ow! Now, that's a bad sign. Something bit me, but I don't know what. As in, the pinky bit me, but I don't know where he was. Oh dear. Let's head through here and head up. There is a way to the exit here. There's Pinky. Goodbye. You are the weakest, Pink. Goodbye. Yes, that's a terrible pun. Okay, we've taken him out, and you'll note there isn't really a way over there. I mean, we could go over there at the expense of our health, but we don't want that. We've just restored our health. So we'll hit that switch, head back down, and lo and behold, the door has opened. And the shotgunners are saying, no, well, if you're so worried about your health, we'll take it instead. Why won't you die? So, most Doom speedrunners are looking at this and they're thinking, good lord, why is he taking so long? And the answer is, I'm a methodical soul, you know, with bad shotgun aiming. By the way, that's inadvisable what I just did there. You don't want to strafe backwards into an area you don't know where you are. You'll strafe right into trouble. Preemptive barrel exploding to make things easier. Whew. This is getting difficult. Now this bit is particularly difficult for me because I am James, and that comes with its own horrible set of problems. So I'm going to hit this button. There you go, there's... That's where the game really ramps up, as you can see. Now, is it safe? We'll make a quick dash for that health. And lo and behold, there's probably a way out here. But let's pick up that first. Now, let's just randomly pick up rockets and bits and pieces. It's through here. And a nice, peaceful exit. Huh. So, central processing complete. We killed 98%. Lucky 2% of demons survived. And look at this time now. Oh, it's like the gun itself is hammering into you and saying, "You idiot! Why did you take that long?" Computer Station, the second last level of the shareware version. And it's nice. It allows you to just pick up some stuff and, you know. Before throwing a pile of enemies at you. Okay. So, we've dealt with most of them. And Doomguy is reveling in that. The reality is that this is the last one before the big one. And this might take a while. And I don't know if I have a while, to be honest with you. I'm not going to quit. I would never do such a thing. Not with Doom. But again, this was one that actually got redesigned. Yes, redesigned much later by John Romero. He was like, "I didn't really like Computer Station." I think that was what it was called. Computer something. I'm good with names, as you can see. Oh my god, chuck on a die. But yeah, he redesigned it much later. We're talking a few years ago. And made it a much more difficult level. Well, if a second shotgun didn't kill him, the barrel would have. Something is shooting at me, but I don't know from where. Up there, I believe. Well, let's just keep moving. Keep ducking and weaving like a boxer. Obviously, we don't have a blue key card, so we can't get there. But we can get up here. Will that barrel have taken damage? Uh-oh. That's not what I wanted. As you can see, a bit of nimble key work to deal with them. But our health is suffering. That was not the most convincing Marine I've ever seen. Grunt or Marine or whatever they're called. I forget. Fortunately, our health kit is there to deal with that. Oh! Right. So we've dealt with that now. We'll just clear those barrels, even though I think that'll probably lower. Maybe it won't. You get that used to traps, you know? That you go into an area and you're like, oh gosh, this is going to be a trap. Now look at this. The lighting again has gone funky on us deliberately. And we've made it, and we've got the red keycard now. And there's something gratifying about a health pack being there, and you don't need it. It's like, hey, we're too good for this. But as you can see, we might have needed it after all. See that circle strafing there in action? Right, so that opened up, but it doesn't lead anywhere. We need to get down there. We might as well take out the opposition while doing so. So, we've been there, we've got the key card, we'll head back out. The question is, how do we get over there? And this Computer Station place, it is one of the more maze-like ones for me, personally. Probably my least favourite, believe it or not, of the original shareware levels, which is okay because, you know, it's last in line, you know. You get over this, there's no more levels. Not really. So, are we headed in the right direction? Who knows? This idiot can't work the map function. There we go. Use the red key to get to the blue key. And now that we've got the blue key, we are free as a bird. Unless a monster wants to rip us limb from limb. There we are. Ow! That did not work in my favour. And as you can see, this is what's called a monster closet. This room serves no purpose. These monsters were just waiting in it. A monster closet. It's like a little closet full of monsters. Hence the name. I don't know where I'm going. You know, I probably passed the blue door earlier. But, I don't know where it is. And this can lead to a lot of frustrating backtracking on my part because of stupidity. That's the thing about Doom, you know. If you mess up, it's not Doom, it's you, you know. Oh, I did get the last shot in. I thought the door had blocked it. So, I have been down there, I think. Yes. Familiar looking. So we'll just head over here. And another monster closet. See what I mean? We finally got there. And there is a map overlay. It literally overlays the map. Shockingly. But, could I remember the button for it? Nah. The reason for this is because I play GZ Doom usually with rebounded controls. So the original controls for Doom, yeah, not so familiar with them. Probably wondering why am I focusing on that guy when there's monsters approaching me? All right. Let's go down here, because why not? Nope. I disagree with your general opposition. A button, which will inevitably open a door, which we need opened. We head back down here. You know, in Doom's defense, there really isn't that much backtracking. The levels are designed so well. You know? You know, in say Skyrim, you'd complete a dungeon, and there'd be like a quick 1 second thing that, you know, would lead you to the exit. It's not the same with Doom, but because there's so much forward momentum, you're constantly heading in the right direction, even if you get yourself hopelessly lost. So, I actually completed Computer Station much quicker than I thought I would there. Alright. Last but not least, Phobos Anomaly. Here we go. Lots of barrels, lots of fun. Gives you a real feeling of power when you explode a pile of barrels. But as you can tell from the ominous music, it's not pinkies we're going to have to worry about here. It's not pinkies at all. They are a sideshow. The main event is much worse. And that is one of the things that Doom kind of innovated, in a sense. You'd have a pile of ammo, a pile of health kits, new weapons and stuff, you know, just lying around. and you'd be like, right, okay, what's coming? So we're going to switch to our chain gun. I am going to save. And we're going to take on the last boss. Here we go. Oh boy. So, circle strafe and desperately try not to die, I guess. And not waste all my ammo. And not get cornered. That's the important thing. Don't get cornered. Don't let them hit you. Just keep peppering them. Oh! See what I mean? There's one down. Now, we shall take the other. Where did he go? Uh-oh. That's always an ominous sensation. When you're fighting a monster, and then suddenly there's nothing. Come on, die! And lo and behold, the ground seems to fall away from us. As if it was never there. The walls dissolve. And we head over here. We flip this switch. And the stairs appear. And like a god of war, we ascend, bloody but victorious. But to who knows where. Let us step upon the icon of sin and find out. Once you beat the big badasses and clean out the moon base, you're supposed to win, aren't you? Aren't you? Where's your fat reward and ticket home? What the hell is this? It's not supposed to end this way. It stinks. Like rotten meat, but looks like the Lost Demos base. Looks like you're stuck on the shores of hell. The only way out is through. To continue the Doom experience, play The Shores of Hell and its amazing sequel, Inferno. So, we weren't on Mars after all. We were on a moon base surrounding Mars. And there is the id Software people responsible for this masterpiece. John Romero, John Carmack, Mike Abrash, Dave Taylor, Sandy Peterson, American McGee, Adrian Carmack, Kevin Cloud, Jay Wilbur. You know, all of these names are etched into history now. Every last one. Including Bobby Prince for his amazing soundtrack. And I don't know if you noticed this, but there was a sound in the background. That was my phone. I'd set the hour timer, and the hour passed. Doom, the first episode, took me over an hour, but it was worth it. And that is Doom. A game that I recommend anybody play. Anybody at all. If you need mouse look, there's GZ Doom. If you have trouble with DOSBox, there's Chocolate Doom. If you don't like the levels for some reason or find them too easy, there's difficulty modes. If you find that you need things more brutal, there's Brutal Doom, there's Project Reality, and there are more WAD files than you can shake a stick at. There are more PK3 files than the universe itself. Okay, maybe I'm exaggerating a little. But that's Doom, the greatest first-person shooter of all time. Play it.